Hello again, welcome back to the Destination Baby and Kids YouTube channel. This is Gina, I'm your host. If you haven't yet, like, follow, subscribe. We are excited to be with you today to do a video of the brand new Maxi-Cosi Mico Pro Plus infant car seat. So this is a exclusively rear-facing seat from Maxi-Cosi. It's an infant car seat, so it's gonna click onto a stroller. We love that. And we're going to talk about all the fabulous things about it. Now, if you end up liking this seat, you can head on over to my website, destinationbabyandkids.com. I'm a real brick and mortar store here in the greater San Francisco Bay Area. If you learn from this channel and you want to show support, the best way to support this channel is to buy directly from my website, destinationbabyandkids.com. Okay, let's launch into the Maxi-Cosi Mico Pro Plus, which is that very fabulous seat that you see right behind me. So this seat is only available in two colors. This one I believe is called Oyster Shell, and then there is a black color as well, which is pretty fabulous. Now the seat is a really aggressive price point. We are looking at a price point of $339, so that is great. It is made in China. As you can see, it has a really nice big sunshade. So we're going to bring this over to show the camera. That sunshade gives a tremendous amount of coverage. And another thing you'll notice on that sunshade is the ventilation. So that is going to be a really nice feature. They also have ventilation on the actual side of the plastic, which I'm going to come up and show the camera. They have a specific name for it. It is called ClimaFlow. So let me bring this over and show. But ClimaFlow means that that plastic has perforation in it, which you see right there, all those little dots. That is going to be one way for the seat to have breathability when baby is in there. So that's fabulous. The seat includes one base, which is this guy right here in the purchase price, but the seat will also install without the base, which they call taxi mode. So there's different types of installation for the seat depending on how you want to use it. We will do a separate installation video for you guys. Now, the seat itself, I'm going to go ahead and have the handle come back to demonstrate. But the seat's very cool because it's going to go from 4 pounds to 30 pounds and 32 standing inches. It's also going to have infant padding included in the purchase price. So when you look at the interior of the seat, it has a body pad and a head pillow. The seat's instruction book doesn't really give guidance on when you stop using either one of these pieces, which is actually pretty great because if you want to use it for a long time, you're going to be able to do that. And it is included in the purchase price of the seat because it's intended to help have a little baby get a proper fit when they're sitting in the seat. Now the seat has level indication on both the actual seat itself and on the base, but it is really nice that the seat includes the headpiece and the body piece for a little baby. Now another exciting feature of the seat, and I'm just going to actually remove those pieces super quickly to show the viewing audience, is that these pieces come out without having to unthread all of the harness. So if we want to remove those body pillows or that headpiece, they just literally pull out. And as you can see, the seat has quite a bit of harness adjustment. The other thing that was interesting to me about this seat is that it has a lot more padding in the actual body of the seat. So like here and the part that they're sitting on, especially under the fanny, is very padded. So there's like almost a bulging pillow under their butt. So it should be significantly comfortable with the extra padding and the ClimaFlow for the air ventilation going through, as well as that ventilation on the canopy. Now, one of the things that has been criticized in their car seats before is that, especially on the ones that weren't, the fanciest ones that they offered, the shade could separate from the rest of the base. Something that's really exciting, or not the base, but the shade would separate from the shell of the seat. If you look on this new model, there's actually a zipper. So if we did want to remove the canopy for washing, we would unzip that from the rest of the product So all of the pieces are removable, washable, and can be dried in the dryer. That is something that they're very proud of. The other thing is that this material on it is going to be flame retardant free, and I'm pretty sure it's made out of recycled pop bottles. So another really nice feature, and I don't know if you guys can see in here, but like there is just so much additional padding compared to their other models. So they had a million different models. They're sort of cutting back on all the different models that they offer. So I like this one for its price, the $339. Can't really beat that. Again, only 2 colors, gray or black, but excellent EPS, which is that white bike helmet foam. That runs all the way through the back of the seat from about here all the way up and around on the sides. So you're gonna have that bike helmet foam, which is great. The shoulder harness height goes from 8 inches, which is its lowest position, all the way through up to 12 inches. The width, so like the amount of space in between all the way running up is 2 inches. So it's about a 2-inch across on the interior width for the shoulder harness pieces. The actual shoulder width on the inside of the seat, so how much room the kid has from shoulder to shoulder, is about 8.5 inches. And it's a 21-inch from butt all the way to the tippy top of the shell of the seat. Now you're gonna need 1 inch of headroom above the shell. Before you move to your next car seat, you always want to make sure that your kiddo has at least 1 inch of shell above their head. So if they have less than that, then it's time to move to the next size. But again, we are looking at a 32-inch limit for height for kiddo and running between that 4 and 30-pound weight range. So whatever they hit first, you got to move up to the next size car seat. The seat has an 8-year expiration. The seat weighs about 8.5 pounds, so it's very lightweight. 8-year expiration from its date of manufacture. And then it also is going to have a 1-year limited warranty. So again, not the longest warranty in the world, but I would say that their customer service is excellent. So if you do run into any issues, they're generally going to do an excellent job of taking care of you. And all their stuff is shipping out of Indiana. So it's very, very easy in order to get parts or pieces if you do end up needing them. So I do love to say that. The handle is a vegan little leatherette piece, which is very cool. Makes it kind of a little more luxurious, which I think is nice on a seat like this. The seat can, and again, we'll talk about this for the installation part of the video. The seat will enable you to use a pool noodle or a towel underneath it if you need to achieve the proper level angle. And then there are some unique things about it that we will talk about in the installation video. The lock-off may or may not be used for the installation of the base. And then they also have this weird thing where they want the seat in front of this to be as close to or touching this seat, which is the first time I've ever seen that in a manual. So that was a little bit interesting. So when you get the seat, definitely familiarize yourself with the manual prior to installing it. It is very well written, but it's just important to do that. Now again, Maxi-Cosi car seats are fabulous because they work on a really broad range of strollers. So I brought a Peg Prego YPSI for the purpose of this video. I've set the Maxi-Cosi Cybex Nuna adapters on it. I will go ahead, my dog's here, and put the car seat directly onto the stroller. And then if I wanted to remove it, it's a single hand squeeze release on the back to take that off. So that is going to be very easy. And it just shows you've got some flexibility with what brand stroller you want to do. You don't have to do a Maxi-Cosi stroller. So, hopefully we've answered some of the questions about the seat itself. And again, we would also point out the base has a lot of really nice features. It's got super clear instruction with color changing windows for level, and just good clarity all around on how to do the different installation methods with either the base or just with the seat on its own. But please be sure to check out my video of the installation for this guy. All in all, it's a pretty awesome choice for an infant seat at its price point, which is $339. Head on over to my website, destinationbabyandkids.com, if you want to see the other colors or just learn a little bit more about car seats in general. Thank you guys so much for watching, and check out the installation video.